going on, WWE Universe? Today we have the contract signing for the Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship coming up on Payback this month, the pay-per-view for this month on the WWE Network for $9.99. Today, first match we had Dolph Ziggler versus Wade. Bad News Barrett. It's a pretty good match, you know. Anytime Dolph Ziggler steps into the ring, he's going to put on a show. He does what he does well. He showed out. Bad News Barrett put in great effort as usual, and you know he had his whole back and forth with Jerry King Lawler. He's like, I'm the king of WWE now, blah blah blah. And the commentators kind of picked on Jerry a little about it. It's like, how do you feel having another king or whatever? And of course, during the match, Sheamus comes out, starts attacking Ziggler. Ziggler getting beat up and double teamed. Neville comes out to save Ziggler, and the match ends. Honestly, I don't even think there was a decided winner or anything. The match ended in a fight. Fandango versus Luke Harper. Fandango came out, you know, he's back to the old done thing now. Oh well, Luke Harper handled business, whooped up on him. That man was hitting him so hard, but he took it like a champ. Just okay. 1, 2, 3. Then Rowan comes out, and everybody, even Harper, he's just kind of like, what? Like, why are you coming out? Like, what's happening? And he gets in the ring, and then he starts beating up Fandango and leaves his mask in the ring and walks out. And so I'm kind of like, are they going to get back together as a tag team? What? Why? You know, the why. What's going to happen with this? What's the point? Versus Ryback, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd. You know, New Day put out a challenge to Cesaro and Kidd to have a 3-on-3 match, not a 3-way, a 3-on-3 match. They picked up Ryback as their team member, and the match was good. You know, I'm proud of New Day because they go all out. They don't just, all their tactics might not be face or good, or you know, they do some heelish stuff because they're heels, but they perform. Tyson, Cesaro, Ryback, they perform as well. Like, these are some good people. I don't mind this booking. So it's interesting to see their dynamic and how well they do work with each other. And of course, New Day picked up the win. Emma versus Naomi. Emma got fired supposedly for shoplifting an iPad case from a store. So she was gone, and then one day she just shows up on TV. So it could have been rumor, it could have been speculation, I don't know, but she was gone for a while from TV, and then she just showed up almost 6 months later. So can we have Alberto Del Rio back, please? Because he stood up for his people and his integrity and his respect for himself. So if she can steal something and come back, why can't Alberto Del Rio be brought back because he stood up for something? Just saying. But yeah, Emma versus Naomi, I'm so glad to see Tamina Snuka back. Like, they should just give that woman the championship. She is a beast, and I'm glad to see her back. Both her and Naomi were talking about how people forgot what they can do and how well they can do it. And so Naomi and Tamina are showing that, you know, Tamina's playing the henchwoman role again, like she did with AJ type deal. But, you know, I thought she was going to get in the ring tonight and almost mess over Naomi, but she didn't. She started stomping on Emma. They started double teaming Emma. So it's going to be good to see what happens. Maybe Tamina will get a chance at the championship one day. But Naomi's probably going to get it because I'm waiting for the Bella's contract to run out. I'm going to look that up again and figure out if it is or when. Los Matadores versus Lucha Dragons. They asked one of the announcers, I wasn't even paying attention, I heard it, said, "Hey King, do you think they celebrated Cinco de Mayo?" It's like asking a black person, "Hey, you think they celebrated Kwanzaa?" Like, what? What? Like, I understand that's their culture, that's their heritage, you know, Cinco de Mayo. But like, "Hey, you think they isn't?" And one was like, "Most likely, probably." Kind of like, why'd you ask that? Like, that's what happens when you put a bunch of new commentators on and just one veteran, and just kind of like, shut up. But hey, they rolled with it. Los Matadores versus Lucha Dragons. That was a good match. Los Matadores lost to Lucha Dragons, and I think Fernando got pinned and he was mad, and so El Torito came up. He was like, "Hey, it's okay. We're good next time." He's talking to him, and he just pushed him. So I was like, "Are you going to break up?" Because y'all hadn't been on TV, so and y'all wouldn't have much of a career individual. Like, you'd have to take off the mask and lose the gimmick, because you can't be El Matador. Like, you can't just be one Matador. Los Matadores. Like, El Matador. No. And we had our contract signing between Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose for the World Heavyweight Champions, WWE World Heavyweight Championship, where I am the current reigning champion. Anyway, but yeah, they had that signing. Seth was all the way at the top of the ramp on the stage while everybody else was sitting down at the table. They were kind of like, "No, why aren't you down here?" And he was like, "In my absence," or he's like, "Kane has the authority to sign for me. He has authority to sign for me." And Kane was like, "Yeah, I do have the authority if you are unable to attend the signing, but I see you standing here in front of me and you look to be in perfect health, so I insist that you come down now." So he comes down, he sends J&J Security in to go get the contract. They bring it to him, he looks at it, he reads off who's already signed. He's like, "Yeah, the game's all here." He tries to turn everybody against each other and crack some jokes on them. And then he finally, gets in the ring, signs it. He's like, "Here you go, Kane." Shows him Kane's chest, and he's having words with Kane. And in the background, you see Dean Ambrose putting mics in chairs and moving the chairs back. And he picks up the table and puts it in the corner. Everybody's just kind of like, "What?" And he's like, and he said what we all think every time we come to the end of Raw or SmackDown. He said, "We all know how this is going to end. I call dibs on the table." And throws down the mic and starts going after Seth Rollins. J&J Security intervene. He picks up one of them, slams him into the table. The table doesn't break, but it made a nice sound, so I guess that counts. And he went rolling off of it. He still sold it. You know, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. They go everywhere. You have Seth and Randy outside the ring by the fans, just going at it. You have Dean and J&J Security in the ring. Then you have Kane and Roman outside the ring. After Randy manages to get knocked down by Seth, Seth runs over to help Kane, and he pushed him off and threw Seth into the barricade. And so when he got thrown into the barricade, Roman goes back around, comes running back, jumps off of the steel steps, Superman punch to Kane. It's all out chaos. Then Dean tries to do dirty deeds on Seth, but he gets Irish whipped into the corner. So Roman tries to spear Seth, and Seth reverses him into the corner, and Roman almost speared Dean, but he was like, "Whoa," like he stopped himself. And when he turned around, he got pushed into Dean. Seth pushed him into Dean. Randy tried to RKO him, but he slipped out. He ran up the ramp, and Randy tried to go after him. He's standing there like, you're lucky you got away. Dean and Roman are having words in the ring, kind of like really pushing each other, and it's just like he tried not to spear you. Like, it's not like he was going to do it on purpose, but I understand right now you all want the same thing, which I understand. I completely can see why you would be pissed. But shoving, pushing and shoving and talking at each other. Randy slides into the ring, spins Dean around, RKO to Dean Ambrose. Roman Reigns delivers a spear to Randy Orton. And then Seth comes in, and since Seth can't curb stomp anybody anymore, bunch of crap, he knocks him down, runs back, and super kicks him in the chin, and picks up his championship and waves it in the air. So Seth needs to get a new finisher like last week. That's pretty much SmackDown. There were a couple of mess ups that happened too, like when Sin Cara tried to, Kalisto held the second rope and the first rope apart, like pulled it open and spread his legs some, so Sin Cara could like dive through and hit Fernando. But he missed. He got tangled in the ropes, and they couldn't cut fast enough. So you see, and pretty much that's what happened to Fernando. He's just like, and Fernando just, oh God, he hit me, and he's holding his hand on the ground, like, yeah, they screwed up. Big E was supposed to like deliver a knee or a elbow to Cesaro when he was in the second rope, but he bumped him in the head with his belly, and Cesaro sold it anyway. It just fell down. I was just like, you know. And then near the end of that match, the tag team match between the 3-on-3, like it just got messy at the end, completely messy. Like they're just running around doing moves. Like one, Cesaro tried to catch Elijah Woods, and it looks like he was going to run and catch him and do like a tornado DDT or something. But it was some kind of jump, and I'm going to catch you, but I flipped over by accident, so I'm just going to go with it. And it was just blah near the end of that. But that was SmackDown 5/7/2015. You guys, comment, like, subscribe, share with all your friends. What did you think of SmackDown today? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Yeah.